So welcome to this week's Q&A. Today we are talking about investing. So the question was, I have a small amount of money, I'd like to start investing. How do I go about it? What should I do? So the first thing I would recommend is really understand your why. What are you investing for? Is it for retirement? Is it for something like a special holiday? Is it for a deposit for a home that you hope to purchase? Is it maybe for educational fees that you need for your children in 10 years' time? Whatever it is, try to be as specific as possible for the reason why you're investing. The second thing then is to look at time frame. So your why will generally influence the time frame. So if it's for retirement, when are you going to retire? 10 years, 20 years, 40 years? Basically, when do you need access to that money? If you want to buy a home when you're planning the deposit and saving for the deposit, when do you need that money? That's your time frame. And then look at risk profiles. And there's two sides to this. You need to know yourself and your own risk appetite. So understand how risky you are likely to go in an investment before it starts interfering with your sleep, essentially. You should be confident in what you're investing. You should be comfortable with the risk, that when you get into bed at night, you can sleep easy and you're happy with what you're investing in. If it's keeping you awake at night, that you feel it's too risky for you, then it's not the right thing for you. And the other side of risk appetite is when you need it. Because if you need it in 2 years' time, you don't want to go too risky, because with risky investments, they tend to fluctuate more. They go up, they go down. And in 2 years' time, it's too short of a timeline to be able to recover any losses. Whereas if you've got 40 years, you could go higher risk because you've got time to recover from any losses. And that's the thing about retirement planning, that the longer it's in there investing, the more we will earn, and the more, because you're kind of actually benefiting from up and down in the market. But we'll talk about that another day. So once you've understood your why, your timeline, your risk profile, then start looking at what options are available to you. Now you could go financial advisor, or you could go do-it-yourself route. I, with my clients, encourage the do-it-yourself route. Because I think that it allows you to have, it's another skill, right? And we all want to grow and have new skills. It's your money, so why not be in control of it completely? It's cheaper because you're not paying, middle people to manage it for you, and you have full access to it all of the time because you are controlling it. But I totally understand that people are apprehensive, especially at the beginning. So what I would say is educate yourself. And you should do this anyway, even if you're going to a financial advisor. Have an understanding of what we just discussed, but also the types of investments. What's an equity? What's a bond? What are the pros and cons for a property investment? There's things like royalties, margins, options, futures. I think I would ignore them in the beginning and just start with equities, bonds, property. Understanding them, and then figuring out what feels right to you, what feels good to you. Join Facebook groups, talk to your friends, talk to family, talk to people who've done this before, and start small. So if you have a small amount, get yourself a brokerage account, go in and then buy some shares, buy some bonds, see how it feels, see how it goes, get used to it. It's like going to the gym, right? When we go to the gym first, start exercising, we don't spend an hour on the treadmill. We spend as long as we can. We build up our resilience, we build up our strength, we build up our muscles, we build up our fitness. And we do that by going in, starting small, and understanding our bodies. And this is essentially the same thing. Now, if you decide to go to a financial advisor, that's absolutely a great route as well. It's quicker, it's easier in some ways, and you're benefiting from the expertise and the qualifications that person has. So if you go to an advisor, my advice would be, understand their fee structure, understand how they're getting paid. Are they on commission, or are you going to pay them a fee? And then decide for yourself which one you would prefer. And then also understand what access do they have, like the portals they use. Do they have a wide access of many different funds from all over the world, or are they quite limited in what they can actually offer you? And then always be aware that they should be asking about what you want, your life, your goals, your time frame, your income, what this is for, so that they can tailor it to you. And just be careful of someone who's trying to push an investment on you, especially if they're getting a big commission from it. It may not be in your best interests, it's probably more likely in theirs. So that's where the education piece comes in, so that you can have confident conversations with people. And there's plenty of amazing financial advisors out there. So just find one that works for you. And then do it. My advice is just do it, just get started. And if you are nervous, start small with an amount that you're relatively comfortable with losing if you make mistakes. And what's the best thing about making mistakes? It's learning. And then pick yourself up and try again. No one does it perfect first time. Not a single individual has got it right first time. The most wealthy people in the world have made investment mistakes. So it's normal, learn from them, and then just keep going. So I hope that was helpful. As I said, I help my clients with this to do it themselves. So if it's something that you want to talk about, something that you want to thrash out, something that you want support with, I'm always here. You know how to contact me, and I'd love to help you get on that investment journey.